Good morning, everyone. Once again, welcome back to our online session of Principles of Database. Again, we are continuing our second unit, that is data models and database types. In this unit, till now, you are learned that the relational database model offers a logical view of data. The next one is about the relational model's basic components, that is relations. The relations are logical constructs composed of rows called as tuples and columns called as attributes. That relations are implemented as a tables in relational database model. Various characteristics of relational database model, like a table is perceived as a two-dimensional structure composed of rows and columns. Each table row, that is tuple, represents a single entity occurrence within the entity set. Each table column represents an attribute and each column has a distinct name. Each intersection of a row and column represents a single data value. All values in a column must conform to the same data format. And the last one characteristic is each table must have an attribute or combination of attributes that uniquely identifies each row. And finally, a relational database helps to solve problems as they are designed to create tables and then combine the information in interesting ways to create valid information. This is all about the previous sessions. And today we will see types of database system. In that there are 4 types of database system: centralized database system, parallel database system, client server database system, and last one is distributed database system. In this session we will cover 2 types of database, that is centralized database system and parallel database system. Let's start with the centralized database system. As the name suggests, centralized database system is nothing but the data is stored at the central location. Means what? A centralized database system is a system that keeps the data in one single database at one unique location. A centralized database is database that is located, stored and maintained in a unique location. Data can be accessed from the multiple websites with use of network, whereas the database is maintained at the central site. It is a type of database that stores data at a centralized database system. It confirms the users to access the stored data from different locations through several applications. These applications contain the authentication process to let users access data securely. Data stored in the centralized database system is distributed across the network computers. Here users access a centralized database through a network that can give access to the CPU, which successively maintains to the database itself. There are various examples where centralized database system is used. Like centralized database can be used in central library that carries a central database of each library in a college or university. Also, it is commonly used in the organizations such as banks, schools, colleges and so on. For what purpose? To manage all their data in an appropriate manner. Here you can see the diagrammatic view of the centralized database system. In this there are various sites and that sites access data from the central site, which is installed at Chicago. The various sites are installed at San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Atlanta. These sites can access the data from the central database, that is which is installed at the Chicago via via communication network. All the four sites are linked to the central database via that communication network. This is about the centralized database. Now we will see advantages of centralized database system and then disadvantages of centralized database system. The first one advantage is that first, data integrity is maximized and data redundancy is decreased, because the single storing place of all the data also implies that a given set of data only has one primary record. Next one is it has decreased the risk of data management, that is manipulation of data will not affect the core data. Next, data consistency is maintained in the centralized database system as it manages data in the central repository. The next one advantage is that centralized databases are easier to manage, maintain and control for security purposes. It provides better data quality, which enables organizations to establish data standards. In this type of database system, all the data will be accessed at a similar time from a similar location. That is, with the help of centralized database management system, organizations can easily communicate with each other in less time. This approach basically allows the team members of an organization to work on cross-functional projects. It becomes easy for the team members to analyze the data and complete the task with good quality. Centralized database system also provides high level of security. It is more cost effective than other types of database system, as labor, power supply and maintenance cost are all decreased in this type of database. Data are kept in the same location which is less complicated to be modified, reorganized, mirrored or analyzed. Updates to any given set of data are directly received by each end user, which is most useful. By using centralized database system, individuals and teams can easily share their ideas with each other. It becomes easy for the organization to coordinate their work with the team members and achieve their business goals. And the last one, we can say most of the organizations prefer to use centralized database to reduce the conflicts within the organizations. Sharing the information with each other leads to a happier working environment. That's why centralized database system is also one of the popular database system. Now let's see disadvantages of centralized database system. As we know that every coin has a head as well as another side is tail. Like that, centralized database system having advantages also having disadvantages too. The main disadvantage of centralized database system is that of single point of failure, because data is located at the central location. When the database fails, work of all users is interrupted. Centralized databases area unite extremely dependent on network connectivity. The slower the internet connection is, the longer the data access time needed will be. The size of the centralized database is large, which increases the response time for fetching the data. As we said, if any server failure occurs, entire data will be lost, which could be a huge loss for organization. Likewise, organizations may face issues while using centralized database due to heavy workload requirements. Organizations may face difficulty in creating their own slides for the purpose of self-protection. If there is no fault-tolerant setup and hardware failure happens, all the data inside the database are going to be lost. While using centralized database system, responsibility of local managers will be reduced. This can have a negative impact on the morale of the local managers. And next one disadvantage is that while using centralized database system, organizations may have to spend more money to manage and store the data. Here I think you all are getting clear with the concept of centralized database system. In that, only remember one thing: write the definition of centralized database system, where it is used, different examples of centralized database system. Then you can draw a diagrammatic view for the centralized database system as an example. Next one is advantages and disadvantages of centralized database system. Now have a look on parallel database system. In companies or organizations need to handle huge amount of data with high data transfer rate. The client server and centralized system is not much efficient. The need to improve the efficiency gave birth to the concept of parallel databases. Are you getting that? Why parallel databases are used? For improving the efficiency, we use parallel database system. Also in companies or organizations, a variety of hardware architectures allow multiple computers to share access to data, software or peripheral devices. A parallel database is designed to take advantage of such architectures by running multiple instances which share a single physical database. One of the important thing is that parallel database system improves performance of data processing using multiple resources in parallel, like multiple CPUs and disks are used parallelly. A parallel database system seeks to improve performance through parallelization of various operations such as loading data, building indexes, and evaluating queries. Although data may be stored in a distributed fashion, the distribution is governed solely by performance considerations. Parallel databases improve processing and input or output speeds by the using multiple CPUs and disks in parallel. Centralized and client-server database systems are not powerful enough to handle such applications. In parallel processing, many operations are performed simultaneously as opposed to serial processing, in which the computational steps are performed sequentially. Here you can see goals of parallel database system. The concept of parallel database was built with a goal to improve performance, to improve availability of data, to improve reliability, and to provide distributed access of data. First one, improve performance. The performance of the system can be improved by connecting multiple CPU and disk in parallel. Many small processors can also be connected in parallel. The second one is improve availability of data. Data can be copied to multiple locations to improve the availability of data. For example, if a module contains a relation, that is table in the database. For example, if a module contains a relation, that is table, which is unavailable, then it is important to make it available from another module. The third one goal is improve reliability. Reliability of system is improved with completeness, accuracy, and availability of data. And the last one goal is that provide distributed access of data. in which companies having many branches in multiple cities can access data with the help of parallel database system. These are the different goals of parallel database system. Now we will go for advantages of parallel database system. There are various advantages like speed, reliability, capacity, in which speed is nothing but the main advantage of parallel database system is speed. The server breaks up a user database request into parts and dispatches each part to a separate computer. They work on the parts simultaneously and merge the results, passing them back to the user. This is about the speed. The second one advantage of parallel database system is reliability. A parallel database properly configured and can continue to work despite the failure of any computer in the cluster. The database server senses that a specific computer is not responding and reroutes its work to the remaining computers. And the next one advantage is that capacity. What is capacity? As more users request access to the database, the computer administrators add more computers to the parallel server, boosting its overall capacity. A parallel database, for example, allows a large online retailer to have thousands of users accessing information at the same time. This level of performance is not possible with a single server. These are the advantages of parallel database system. And now disadvantages of parallel database system. Programming of target parallel architecture is quite difficult, but with the proper understanding and practice you are good to go. That is related to the programming. It is it is small but difficult. Second one disadvantage is that communication of results might be a problem in certain cases. Next one, power consumption is used by the multi-core architecture. Next, better cooling technologies are required in case of clusters. And the last one disadvantage is that in this system, in parallel database system, there is a startup cost is so high because multiple computers, multiple CPUs are arranged in a parallel fashion. Again, here you can see the diagrammatic view of parallel database system, that intercommunication channel, it includes processor, memory, data storage, and multiple users are connected to the intercommunication channel parallelly to access the data. This is about the parallel database system. Here we conclude our today's lecture, that centralized, we had seen types of database. In that, first one is centralized database, which stores data at a centralized database system. Multiple users can access the stored data from different locations through several applications. And after that, we are seeing advantages and disadvantages of centralized database. After that, we are seeing the parallel database. Parallel database which is used for the improving the performance, also to improve the efficiency. There is a parallel database system. Next, advantages and disadvantages of parallel database system. In the next session, we will meet with the another two types of database system, that are client server database system and distributed database system, to be continued in the next session. Thank you so much.